Hello, my friends. It's Margot, and I hope that all is well with you. You know what we haven't done in a while? A journal spread. And for someone that talks about art journaling and dopamine journaling, that's pretty ridiculous. So we're doing one today. We are going to sit down and do a journal spread with all the components of what makes a journal a dopamine journal. And that is bright colors, or just colors that make us happy. Nostalgia, something that brings us back to a happy time, something that we're interested in, like a topic that we're passionate about. And we're going to use tons of textures, layers, and all that good fancy stuff. Now, what am I passionate about right now? The creature from the Black Lagoon. Yes, I love old, like, sci-fi, horror movies, monster movies. I grew up watching them, and I'm a huge fan. I adore them. And Creature from the Black Lagoon is right up there with one of my favorites. And I watched it this weekend, and I thought, I am totally doing a journal spread on that. And that is what we shall do. So what I did behind the scenes without you guys, because this takes forever to dry, is I laid down a coat of black and kind of a pastel lavender. Like, I mixed the two together because I didn't want it to be just pure black. I wanted a little bit of kind of purple tones coming through. I'm going, by the way, for like a neon, I don't know what she would call this, almost 80s, but not 80s, not cyberpunk. I don't know. We'll figure this out as we go through it. But I wanted it to be colorful but dark at the same time, like kitschy but dark. Do you know what I mean? So I laid down that dark background, let it dry, and then I made a gigantic mess of myself, my desk, and my dog, and I splatter painted neon and purple paint drips everywhere. You can see here, literally got all over everything. It's fine. It's water-based. It will come out. This is, oh no, then I went through and I used my brick stencil, which you guys know I love that brick stencil, and very lightly with a tiny bit of white paint, just a soft layer, not chunky, I went in and just gently patted it to get down this kind of brick texture, like it's a wall. And then I was like, well, why stop there? Because more is more. I put down some of my plastic paper that I hadn't been using. This is just a scrap of it. It was, oh no, this is tissue paper. I'm sorry. But you could use plastic paper. But I put down some tissue paper because I thought that this pattern I had done a while ago kind of looked like creature skin or like snake skin or just something. It just tied in, and I loved the colors with the pink and the blue and the green. So I tore those up and put them down there. All right. You're like, got it. Move on. Okay. So what I'm thinking I want to do, I did a lot of this behind the scenes because it takes forever. And I feel like we all know how to tear paper. I feel like we all know how to mount different visuals to cardstock. Let's move this up here. And yeah, whoa, that was loud. Sorry, just terrified my dog. These journal clips, by the way, are awesome. I found big ones on Amazon. So like when you paint in your journal, sometimes the corners will bend up a little bit when it's trying to dry. This holds it down. So anyway, now that we're all awake, man, I want to distress the actual part where we're going to write and journal. If I can find my distress ink. Hi, Mo, can you sit down? Thank you so much. Tim Holtz, right? Yeah, Tim Holtz distress ink, because of course. And I put this on some cardstock just left over that I had, because what I want to do is turn this into a makeshift pocket where I'm going to put all kinds of fun stuff behind it. Now, one thing when I am doing my journals is I do kind of try to plan out where I'm going to put everything, like layout wise, just to see what's going to look the most visually appealing to me. And remember, it's not what's most visually appealing to other people. I mean, you can do that too. Let's be honest. It's what makes you happy. That's what this is all about. Creating things that make you feel good, that when you open up that journal and you look at that journal page, you think, man, I did a good job. And it just makes you happy. That's what dopamine journaling is all about. Now, I get crazy with the distressing sometimes because I have free will. So that's what I'm doing here. Can you see? Sometimes I'm really bad about making sure that whatever it is I'm doing is in the actual frame. What kind of YouTuber am I even? Ugh. Let's put some in the middle here, just a little bit. It's like it's dirty, like it was in the Amazon, like it's old parchment paper. And this was coffee dyed paper that I made, and it just had like a lines, like a old school paper. Was that lined ruled or whatever? Okay, that's one. So this one I did not mount on cardstock just because I'm going to glue it directly down to the journal page itself, whereas that one I needed to have a little strength behind it so I can make it a pocket. And actually, now that I think about it, you know what I should do? Hold on. I should glue that down while I'm doing all this stuff so it has time to dry. Let's do that, actually. Let me try not to snap this again, because that was frightening. Here, is that center? Yeah. And I'm thinking this piece will go right here, like so. Yes. Here's my tacky glue, original tacky glue by Aleene's. And no, actually, hold on. Wait. And then I'm going to show you what I did for this in just a sec. Okay, look, first of all hail the creature, because isn't he fabulous? And I found these online. Obviously, I'm not going to sell these because IP and trademark and all that. But if you're creating a dopamine journal just for you and you're not going to sell it and you're not going to like hard promo it as your own work, you can totally use things. Just, you know, be aware of that. You know, it's other people's copyright. But for this, I am not selling it. I am just using this mainly for me and my happiness. And I thought I could put him right there and make this whole thing a pocket. Like even his head, like we can tuck something behind him. I used an Amazon bag to make him a little bit thicker because I just printed him on printer paper. So yeah, let me glue him down. Set that there. And yeah, I want him to cover up that spot a little bit. What is your favorite monster movie? Do you like monster movies? I guess I should ask. Or do you prefer like chick flicks, dramas, mysteries? You already know I am a sci-fi girl. I do not like violence. I hate violence. I will not watch a lot of the modern stuff. I'm almost like a child. If it's rated R, I probably am not going to watch it. I don't like gore. I'm an empath. I feel things very deeply. I know my fellow empaths out there can understand and relate. And that'll dry. That's okay. I just can't do it. Even though I know it's fake. Oh, and don't even get me started. If an animal gets hurt in a movie or dies, nope, not watching it. No, sir, no how. Like, what is that movie? Marley and Me? Forget about it. Not gonna happen. Let's put this down here. Whoa. Now, I got a little glue there. You can see it's purple. It'll dry. It's totally gonna dry. Or I can actually go in and wipe it in just a sec. You stay down there. You stay down. Hold on. I always have like a roll of toilet paper right here. Let's just go. Oh, and then you can shoot. You know what? Hold on. Did I just make a mistake live on camera? No, I got it. I got it. Paper towels would be better, but I didn't bring them up. That's okay. Look, it worked out. It's fine. Crisis averted. So now that he is secure, let's carefully bring this back and move this. Now, this journal is huge. I have a littler journal that I use for dopamine journaling too, because this is a lot of work. Like when you've got this big of a space to fill, it can be a little intimidating, but it is so rewarding when it's done to just have like, bam, visuals and colors and textures right in your face. So for that, I do like the size. Now, let's go around and put the glue in the corners because I want it to be like a little bit of a pocket, but I can put some glue down here to secure this part. It's really just up here where I want to tuck some little goodies that I'll show you in just a sec. So let's do kind of like a 1-step, 2-step. This was an image that I found, and I didn't even realize it was an actual artist's painting, and I didn't want to use that just out of respect for the artist. So I went back and really searched for actual images from the movie because I didn't want to steal another artist's work. It's beautiful though. I'm going to go have a look at their website. And so then up here along the sides, just to secure it down, I know this might be off frame, you guys. I'm sorry. Hold on. This has got a little thing stuck in it. There we go. Like that. And hold on, what am I doing? Is this? Yes, on the side too. Thinking out loud. Thinking out loud. Thinking out loud. This dries pretty fast too, which is cool. And then maybe just for fun, I'll go. Because I'm all about that excess, just to make sure it's really stuck. Okay, let's flip it around. Oh, she cute. That's cute. Like that. Do I want this up a little? Maybe. Yeah, and I'm just gonna sit here for a sec with my hands for just a sec and press it down so it knows that this is where it needs to be, that it's safe, and it's going to be secure right here, right now. There, like that. While I'm doing that, I want to let you guys know I am going up to the Portland area this week, and I may go to some craft stores. There's a couple really cool ones I know in the Portland area, like Scrap PDX. Oh, I can't think of the other one's name. But anyway, if I go to those stores, like maybe I'll do a vlog style thing where I film content of me there and we just kind of look around, because I think that's fun. I love watching people go shopping because it makes me feel like I'm going shopping. So maybe you can go shopping with me. Let me know if you'd like that, to do some like vlog style videos where I take you to different places that I find to be inspiring, or if they have cool things that I think you might be interested in. Not necessarily to buy, but like it could be a museum or a library or a bookstore or a garden even. You know what would be so sick is if I went to, what is it? What is Universal doing? Like their Halloween Horror Nights kind of deal? Oh, that would be so fun to see all the old monsters and stuff. Hey, doesn't that mean it's a business write-off if I'm doing this for work, technically? Just kidding, IRS. I would never. Okay. So this, let's bring this back. Here's this in frame. There. Okay. Let's turn it this way, is what I'm thinking. That would be cool down there. And I'm just going to use that glue stick again. Use this so I don't get glue on the table. This glue stick is so gnarly, but that's okay. It's probably going to run out within the next day or two because I use these so much. I like to get them good and wet because sometimes it'll wrinkle on its own if it's got a lot of moisture on it. And that's actually what I did with this tissue paper here is I used Mod Podge. Hold on, like that. And then I kind of used my fingers and squished it, scrunched it together to give it even more texture, even more wrinkles. And I think that's sick. Okay, let's do that and let that dry. Let's make sure he's down a little bit. I'm not going to be crazy about it, but I will be also crazy about it. Okay. Now I want to show you guys something that I think is groundbreaking. Probably not, but I think it's pretty smart. Okay, so you know how in old movies that are black and white, sometimes if it's like a super popular movie, hold on, am I in frame? Yeah. If it's like a super popular movie, they'll go in and like add color. And I think they've gotten much better with the technology and how they do that. I'm sure they use AI or something at this point, or CG. But like the older movies, like I would say maybe the 2000s, like I Love Lucy, okay? They would go in and colorize the black and white episodes. But even though it was colorized, it still had this overall kind of vibe of like chalky, muted tones. So what I like to do with black and white photos that I find from these movies is I will go in with a pan pastel. This is just basically a chalk pastel. I've had these for years. These, I have to check the prices. I want to say they're a little more expensive than most. You don't have to use this brand. You can just use whatever chalk pastel suits your fancy, or actually, you know what I do sometimes too for the smaller things, the smaller photos. Here, I have a sample. You can just use a colored pencil, and like here, this one. This is a picture of my grandma and one of her friends. I just went in with a colored pencil and lightly shaded her dress there. So that would work too. Don't feel like you have to rush out and buy something to do this. But when you are working with a bigger piece like this, having the pan pastel does help because you can get more ground covered. You could use a sponge, you can use a cotton ball, whatever. I just use my fingers because any excuse I have to feel like a child and feel like I'm finger painting, I'm going to take that. I'm going to take that because that's fun. Look, like this is so fun. Woo. And I don't really go in too much on the dark, almost black areas. I just let the green pop through on more of the light, like the white areas, like here on the edge. Here, can you see? Kind of blend it out a little bit. And then here, these are going to be in. I think I'm going to have these be in the journal. This is such a cool costume. I was watching some history about the movie, and I think it was a gold medalist swimmer that played the creature, and he wore this costume, and he was really good at holding his breath, and he did a really great job. I mean, he's wearing this costume, he's literally underwater because they didn't really have the special effects that we do today with, you know, CG and all that. Like, he was literally holding his breath in a costume with a mask underwater. Respect. Like, I would be so claustrophobic. So that's done. And what I was thinking might be kind of cute, there, is if we had his arm coming off, actually it's kind of fun to see in the camera, different perspective, like this, maybe, coming down, like right there. And then I'm like, wouldn't it be cute if he was like holding photos? Like we made it almost like another pocket. Like, look. Like that. What does that look like in the camera? I can't tell. Like move this up a bit and just like arrange them. I just think that's cute. And then also from a layout perspective, your eye starts here and goes in this direction. So it's almost like his arm is pointing your eyes to go like this, because that's essentially how I want people or me to look at this. It's like you start here, you read what you put here, you read what you put here, and then you can pull some stuff out there. So let's do that. Let's commit. Let's commit to that. Now I'm going to use the stronger glue for him, but I'm going to leave this up. Yeah. And I'm going to cut that part off. I don't need it. Move this back. Okay. And let's start by getting a good amount here, but the photos are only going to come up to like this part. That's right, Mo. Just using a lot because I want to make sure it stays down. Stay down. Stay down. Like that. Bring this back. And like this. I've still got that. Yeah, that's still up. Let me just press that down for a sec here. And you know what? While we're doing this, let's look. You already know. If you know, you know. I'm thinking about putting a border around these bad boys. I am thinking about putting some dots around these because that would be cute. Okay, that's good. Let's let that dry for a sec. Let's play around, shall we? Let's see here. Let's get out a Posca pen. And I'm thinking one of my black ones. Is this one of the bigger? Yeah. Where's my little paper here? Make sure. One of these is new and one of these is old, and I mixed them up together, so now I don't know which is the new pen and which is the old one. It's fine. Here, can you see? Let me zoom in a little bit, and then hopefully I remember to zoom back out. I'm just thinking almost like old Hollywood mirrors. You know how they had those round light bulbs going around their mirrors? I don't know. I feel like that's what this kind of reminds me of. Stitches would also have been cool. I could do that on the other one. Am I in frame? I'm not used to zooming in. Okay. And they don't have to be perfect. Nothing does, because nothing is. We don't strive for perfection. I certainly don't. Well, at least not anymore. Man, I'm about to go off on a tangent. I'm not going to put a dot there. I'm going to leave his head. The older you get, the less you care about being perfect and the less you care about what people think. Do you find that to be true? And does that like increase with age? Because I am almost 44. My birthday is coming up in July. Woo woo. And no, I'll do dots. And it's seriously, it's like the older I get, I just don't care. I used to be so afraid about wearing the trends and having like the latest whatever handbags and blah, blah, blah. And I still love handbags, but I'll tell you what, I'm not dropping a lot of money on them like I used to make sure I had the like nicest, most designer one. I still have those pieces, and there's no disrespect to people that do that, but I want to do things that make me happy, that are truly me, regardless of what people think. Like, I will go out in public and I will probably look like I'm in a costume. Like, I will wear my 50s style swing dresses to the post office with cherries and a turquoise cardigan, a juicy couture bag that I got from TJ Maxx with little strawberries on it. And it just makes me happy. But oh my gosh, in my 20s, I was like, I did not want people to look at me. I was just so afraid. Here, what do these look like? Do I need to put, I'm looking over here so I can see. Maybe I'll just leave those as is with the black dots. I kind of just like that. Okay, let's set these aside. But yeah, let me know. Have you found that the older you get, the less you care about what people think of you? I would be curious to know. So this is a tag. Let me zoom back out. Look at me remembering to do things. What I am thinking is I want to put a tag tucked back in here, maybe lean it off to the side, but wouldn't it be cool to have the lead female character be right there? This reminds me of the tags we did the other day with my Y2K little pinup girls, little paper dolls. So yeah, and I don't know, should I leave her swimsuit like that? Maybe that actually does look cool, just the black and white, because I could go and color that in with pink, but I think I'm actually just going to leave that because I do think that was a white swimsuit. Where's my thing? Where's my thing? And that's what's kind of nice about black and white movies too, is the colors, like on their clothes, that can be left up to interpretation. So you have no idea if the dress is pink, if the dress is white, if the swimsuit is blue. You can just make it whatever color you want. Like that. Oh, she got glue in her arms. That's okay. One thing I like about these glue tapes is that if it comes like forward on your project, you can just easily wipe it away. except right there is kind of awkward. Let's get that out of her legs there and put her like this. See, like that'll eventually peel up. Kind of like nail polish, you know, like when you paint your nails and you get some on your skin because you're not super talented, like me. Eventually it'll just come up. It's the same thing, same idea. Yeah, that's pretty cute. Let's keep her like that. And then I found this, what is that? Oh, it's just Bordeaux. Old movie poster that already looks like it's kind of folded, and I folded it again, and maybe I will again actually. But I thought, let's give a little distressing to this as well. And I'm not going to do like super hardcore distressing, just a little aging. Let's just age it a little bit. Just a little bit. I love old movie posters. In fact, I was thinking we have a hallway downstairs that leads to our MCM style living room. And I'm serious, like our living room was inspired by the show Fallout, the shelters in Fallout, just like with the decor they have in the bunker. So I love it. I think it's pretty cool. We even have a picture of an atom bomb and like a little couple watching it go off. Like, we have dark humor. It's fine. But I was thinking the hallway leading to that would be so cool to have old movie posters like this just lining the wall. I'm gonna have to look into that. Fun fact about me though, I hate hanging pictures. Oh my gosh, I hate framing pictures. I hate hanging pictures, like everything involved in it. I never do it right. I put holes in the wall that don't need to be there. I can't measure very well. I hate it. It is not my thing. And then you get my husband who comes home, and so he's like completely a perfectionist, and he has like the leveler, and then he's like tapping the wall to find the stud or whatever. And then here's me that's just like, hey, this looks good. Thud, thud, thud. Put the nail in the wall and just hope for the best. And if it even is a nail, because sometimes I've used a screw, I'm not going to lie. That's cool. And then I was thinking we could fold it like this and then have Creature from the Black pop up. Move this like right here. And then let's get our gal and put her, let's put her in front. Ooh, her leg. Don't you do that. Like there, maybe. And then, you know what I did too? Remember how we made these little watercolor glassine bags the other day? Here, look. Do you remember these? These were just the clear, oh, they're right here, look. Little glassine bags, small size. Like, I think you use these for coins, or I'm not sure. But if you paint these with watercolor, they create these really cool, distressed looking little envelopes, little bags, little hidden gems. So I thought, let's put one in this journal spread. And I glued a sequin there, kind of purple. I thought it matched everything. You open it up. Wait, hold on. Oh, see, what did I do with the one? I had another one I was going to use, and it was green. And now I can't find it because it was so cute. Hold on, just bear with me, okay? This is real life, folks. What did I do with that? Is it over there? If I can't find it within the next 30 seconds, I am going to move on. I promise you, I did clean my desk. I really did, but clean is not the same as organize, apparently, because even though it's a little cleaner, I still can't find ish. Did I put it over here? Let's see. Oh, I did. Okay. So this is the one I was originally going to use, but I didn't like that I accidentally got paint on it. But look, you guys, look. I printed out mini little movie posters. Stop it. Here, can you see that? They're just little itty bitty different variations of the poster. So I'm like, okay, we can tuck those into here as a hidden surprise. Like that. Look. That's so cool. And of course I use green because obviously. And let's tuck it in like that. And then have this come out a little bit like that. Oh, that's so fun. That makes me so unreasonably happy. I'm going to do that again for something else. Okay, let's cut off this arm now. Let this go. Where are my scissors? Here they are. Oh, by the way, check out this cool background. I haven't figured out what I'm doing yet with this. Don't love this. That was maybe a mistake, but I did Mod Podge a bunch of old Archie comics down. And really cool background. But like I said, I don't know what was I thinking with that color? That's not it. I don't know. It's a beautiful shade. I just don't know if it works with that background. Do you know what I mean? Oh, this is actually laying flat now, so maybe I can take these away. That will be nice. That will be nice. So, okay, so we got this. Let's see if the photos that we did will fit in here. If I did this correctly. Oh, did I glue this too much? Maybe. Hold on. It's okay. It's okay. We can lift it up a little bit, maybe. Okay, you know what? Maybe he's just going to hold one photo. Or, let's see. No, he can fit two. He can fit two. Look, okay. Maybe like that. What does this look like on camera? Yeah, that's cute. See, he's holding pictures of himself. And then what I thought would be super cute is I used Canva and I printed out a bunch of little words in a font that I thought was very similar to, I'm just wiping my nose because allergies, woohoo. I thought this was very similar to like kind of the font that they use in old horror movies. And I was like, let's put creature sightings here. And then field notes, maybe like here. So this is like, I'm trying to pretend like I was one of the scientists on the mission and I'm writing down my field notes, my observations here, and maybe even here. And then this is 1954. That was the year the movie debuted. Maybe we put that, maybe we do this and then kind of, yeah. I always try to have them go opposite directions. And then I don't know, I just thought this might be kind of fun to put here maybe. This might be too much. I don't know. It could very well be. Pull me. Yeah, I might not. Yeah, I'm gonna scrap that. We'll just leave the words for that page. And I am not going to distress them, she says uncertainly. No. Okay, no. Don't overthink. Hey, did you know this will come as no surprise to anyone except apparently me? I'm an overthinker. I actually did not know that was a thing, and it can actually be very detrimental to your mental health. Turns out, if you have a thought, you don't necessarily have to finish it all the way through, especially at night when you're trying to go to sleep. So that's something I am working on. Is this out? No. And also with my art, like, let's not overwork it, Margot. Let's commit. Commit. Creature sightings. Like, this is cute. And then let's put that like at that angle. Yeah, I will ruminate on something until there is nothing left to ruminate on. And it's always at night. Got some glue there. See, look, you can just wipe it off. It comes off. So if you're an overthinker like me, represent down in the comments. Let me know you're here. We can overthink things together, and you can overthink your comment, like what you're going to put. Okay, let's see. That's pretty good. So this is the foundation of it, let's say. And you know what I am going to do now? And some of this I'm probably going to do off camera. I'll probably cut and then come back once I am finished. I want to put a border, and I also want to put some doodles, I'm thinking, in here. So I've got these neon pens, you know, and I kind of see, I feel like I want to have something there that's blue. What? Just looking. No, that literally has nothing to do with anything. Okay, see, I'm overthinking. But what I was overthinking, is putting in just some doodles, like maybe some bubbles. Well, that's not showing up great. Let's do the other blue pen. These neon pens are fantastic, but they aren't like super duper opaque. They work better. Yeah, see, they work better on whiter backgrounds. I'll let that dry and maybe go back over it. Just do some bubbles because he's under the water. Actually, I'm going to leave that for a sec. I have an idea of something I could do there. Another bubble. And then here's how I like to make bubbles. Let me zoom in again so you can see. So for bubbles, what I typically do is just a circle like that, and then a line and another line. A line and another line. You can also do a box on this side to show that it's round, but because this pen is so thick, I can't really get in there to do that detail. So I'll just do a dot or a line like that. Here. And let's just put bubbles. This is a big bubble. It's a big one. Like that. So I'll go through and I'll put some bubbles down. I also want to incorporate some hot pink. Hold on, let me zoom out. Sorry, guys. Some hot pink into here. I'll use this Posca. Maybe like some atomic style stars. Just really easy doodly doodles. So I'll probably spend some time doing this of different sizes. And then maybe, would a heart be weird? Would a heart be weird? Let's do one up here because I can always cover it up. It might be weird. It also might be cool. Let's do one down here. It's so like transparent. I don't even think you can really tell. Yeah. Okay. So I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to leave you guys for just a second. I'll turn you off and then I'll come back. I'm just going to spend some time going around and doing some doodles all over this and on these too. I think I'm going to put something here to frame this part that I write on. So sit tight. I shall be right back. Okay, hi you guys. It's actually been a few hours. My husband Jeff was hangry, so we had to go get Chick-fil-A and then just do a couple errands to like AutoZone and stuff, whatever. You guys don't care about that. What you do care about is what I did behind the scenes when you weren't looking. Now, you stay down. It keeps popping up. What I did is I went through and doodled all over the background. I put little stars. I ended up putting some white marker on top of these bubbles here just to give them a little more, I didn't do it here, a little more oomph. Here, see how much easier you can see that now, like that? Because the blue just wasn't doing it for me. I did a border on these little photos here, and I also did light distressing just to frame it a little more. I went ahead and I wrote in some little notes, like here, you don't have to read it all, but I just said, you know, that this was an iconic movie and this creature was basically just doing creature things, living his best life, and then people came and messed it all up, and it was kind of a tragedy more than it was scary, at least in my opinion. And then over here I made it just like it was an actual record of like field notes, like specimen, Gilman, location, first recorded, and then just little notes here as if I was observing him in the wild, because that's just awesome. And then up here I've got the little top secret envelope that isn't staying down, that I will have to figure that out next. I put the movie posters here, but then obviously they'll go inside the little envelope. With our girl, I put 3 little lines there, almost like what they do in cartoons to show that she's shouting like, ah, she's freaked out. And then the movie poster is back here as well. I can't, forgive me because it's been a couple hours. I don't remember if I did this in the last clip, but I put little reeds here, and with the turquoise Posca pen, I just scratched in really roughly some water here, just some lines to make it look like a pond because it is a lagoon. And then for him, for his head and for his hand, I did give it another coating of the pan pastels just to make it a little more green. And then I outlined it with the black, let it dry, with the neon green, let it dry, and then the pink and let that dry. And I only do that on one side. If you were to do it on the whole thing, it's just too much. I think it's more artistic if you do one side. So I chose to do the left side on this page and the right side on that page because it just kind of frames it easier. So yeah, I love this. This was super fun, you guys. Now I want to go do, what do I want to do? I want to do like King Kong, the original, or War of the Worlds, the original. Although the remake was not bad with Tom Cruise. I will say that. For all my sci-fi nerds, we should have a live sometime and just talk about sci-fi movies and the remakes and whatnot. So yeah, pretty fun. If you stuck with me to the end, you know what to do. Leave a comment. Let me know you're here. Otherwise, I will see you in the next video. Thanks so much for being here, you guys. Talk to you soon. Bye.